All right, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, July 15th, and welcome. Welcome to this week's Q&A. My name is Alex, owner of House Shaped Barbershop. I've been a barber since 2013, 14, barbershop owner since 2015. So if you guys are looking to get some of my experience, or if I can help you in any way, type your questions in the chat and I'll do the best I can to answer these questions for you live. And if it's your first time joining one of these Q&As, welcome. I usually try to do these every Tuesday, normally around 11 a.m. Eastern time, since I'm on the East Coast of Florida. So yeah, until we find a better time, we're going to stick with those. So if you guys have any questions, fire away. While we're waiting on questions to come in, we'll just kind of go through some of the questions that might have come up in our community. So if you don't know, I have a free community on a platform called School, and I will share my screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about. And the website's just School with a K, School OOL, Barber-Mastermind. Right, there it goes. And this is 100% free. So any one of you guys that are watching can join this. If you want me to shoot you a link to this community, just DM me the word guide on Instagram or just comment the word guide on any one of my posts and you'll automatically get an invite. The tool that I use to do that, by the way, is a tool called ManyChat, which I actually have in my not free group, my Barbershop Owner Mastermind community. I think I have a little guide on how to use ManyChat. No, that's how to get clients for free through Instagram. Mini course, yes, it's in the mini courses course. And yeah, here we go. Here's a ManyChat mini course that I created for my paid community. But this basically, I made a video how I use ManyChat to get clients or members for my barbershop owner community. So this is in my Barbershop Owner Mastermind community, which is not free. But if you guys just want to join our free group, then that's what this one's for. The link to that is in my bio, wherever you're watching this. But yeah, so let's go through some of the questions in our community. If you guys have any questions, if you guys are watching this, if you have any questions, just type them in the chat. Actually, let me put something in there real quick so that when you guys are joining throughout the call, you guys know what to do. So I'm going to put a question in the chat here, and then I'm going to pin this. And there we go. So and there's a huge delay usually. So by the time you guys ask a question, there's usually a delay from the time I see it. So how's you guys' July going so far? We're halfway through the month. July's a little bit of a longer month. So there's 31 days. So usually for us, Julys are a little slower. So I don't know about you guys, but June, July are typically slow times in our shop. Our memberships have definitely helped to make it not as slow, but it's definitely a quieter time. But I'm excited for August. August for us is usually one of the busiest times. So this is kind of like the calm before the storm. We got a good amount of people joining. Cool, welcome. You guys have any questions? Let me know. I'll just go through some of the questions that have popped up in our free community while we're waiting on questions to come in. So we are having like an in-person class. I know a lot of you guys watching this probably are nowhere near Florida, but this is going to be a reoccurring theme, and the people that are in my community are going to get the, first dibs basically on any in-person training that we do. So you're going to see that as a common theme come up with me. This group started online, but it's definitely going to shift. Some aspects, at least, are going to shift to in person. So we have a class coming up. It's just a barber class. So training on how to get better at cutting hair with scissors. That's coming up on July 27th. So by the time some of you guys are watching this, the class is going to be gone. But I'm actually going to record the whole thing, and I'm going to share it inside our community, right? So yeah, even if you can't make it, I'm gonna have a videographer there. He's gonna record the whole thing, and I will share the recording of the class because most of you guys watching this aren't gonna be able to make it, which I get it. So that's why I love video. So we're gonna record it so that way we can use it again. Because the thing that I hate about in-person training is that it's only gonna benefit the people that are there, and you're definitely gonna get the most value out of it by being there. But if for some reason you can't make it, you can always check out the recording once I post it in our community. Also, we as a barbershop can use it as training forever, right? So it sucks when you have somebody come out, right? Because this has happened to us. We had somebody come out, paid them thousands of dollars to come out and train our team, and our team definitely got a lot of value out of it. But if we don't record it, then it's really, that's it. You can't use it again. So now I only have educators come out to our shop to train us if they're okay with letting us record it. And sometimes we post it, for the public to see, like on our YouTube channel. Sometimes we just keep it as private recordings. So this video, we might chop it down and make like a YouTube-y version of it to make it short. But we'll probably post the full, like, unedited class inside my free community, the Barber Mastermind. But we'll have more trainings in the future. If you guys can't make it to this one, there'll be more. So that's kind of like the direction I'm going down with this school stuff, right? It's not really like going to be a moneymaker for our shop. Maybe it will be, I don't know. But it's not really my intention. Like my job is to run the barbershop, to grow. That is my main business. The school thing here is just a passion project. Maybe it'll turn into something in the future, but right now I'm basically just sharing stuff that we're already doing. Like we're already having this guy come out to train our barbers. So I'm just going to record it and then share it in the group. Like even without the group, I would still do that, But I figured, maybe I can help other people that don't work at our shop, right? So that's why I do this kind of stuff. It's like the stuff that I put on these videos, this content, and the stuff that, we're doing in training wise, the courses I make, this is stuff that all of my barbers have already heard, right? But I figured, well, if I'm telling them, I might as well tell everybody, right? We don't share nothing we do is really a secret, right? But we don't share like everything, I guess. But I do share a lot, because I understand that like most people probably aren't going to implement the stuff anyways, or might not even be ready for the information that I'm sharing, because I don't teach like how to cut hair. Like that's not my thing. There's plenty of people out there that teach cutting hair and getting better at cutting hair. Like that's not my thing. Like I don't feel like I can be better than the people out there that are out there doing that. Plus that's not what I spend most of my time doing anyways. Most of my time spent is how do I grow the business? I cut hair part-time now. I work in the shop less than 15 hours a week. Right? I wasn't in the shop at all last week. 0 hours, right? So yeah, this is why I do what I do. If you guys are wondering, I'm already sharing this stuff with my team. So I figured like a lot of the clips that you guys see, if you follow me on Instagram or any channel really, is just me talking to my team, right? Or me talking to another barber that's in my barber community or my barbershop owner community. So I don't usually make content just for the sake of making content. It's usually repurposed from a meeting that I'm doing. That's kind of the lazy way. I don't know if that's the best way, but like I said, this isn't my main thing. But I try to repurpose what I'm already doing to hopefully add value to you guys, right? So let me know if you guys have any questions. I will keep moving on through some of the stuff that's come up in our community throughout the last couple weeks. Oh, you know what I thought was really interesting? I'm glad I saw this. So let me share my screen, and because I think some of you guys will find this valuable, right? Because it may be counterintuitive. So I asked 2 days ago in my free community, what do you think clients look for in a barber? And if you guys are watching this, feel free to type it in the chat. What is your answer to this question of what do you think clients look for in a barber? The reason I asked is because I am redesigning, or I have redesigned our team page for our barbershop, and I can show you what it looks like. Well, actually, the link is right here. So click here, and as you can see, it's been a while since we've done this, so this took a little bit of time. But I basically redesigned this to take off the barbers that don't work for us anymore, add the new ones. And this is so that the barbers can, or clients can actually go to our site and they can actually see who they're booking with. So I was curious, from the barber's perspective, what do you think clients look for when they're looking to potentially book with you? I figured this would be a difficult question for barbers to answer because I think a lot of barbers maybe don't even know. But this is what our current team page looks like, and it will evolve over time. And I actually got this idea from a salon owner. So I paid $250 for 1 hour coaching from a salon owner a couple weeks ago. And this is one of the best ideas that I got from her, because she said that I told her that I stopped doing this because I was annoyed. Like, people would quit or get fired and I'd have to go update this. And since we've had such good employee retention lately, this hasn't actually been something that I don't think this would be a lot of work now. Like, we've kept a lot of our barbers for a while, so I don't think that this is going to be a tremendous amount of work to keep this updated anymore. Plus, I'm a lot better about using our website than I used to be. But yeah, and then another thing I'm doing, which I asked here, is I thought about taking it a step further, which I also got this from her, and having an individual page on our website for each barber. So this is why I'm a big proponent, and why some of you guys, I might have heard me say that you need to be the one involved in building your website. Maybe you don't have to do all of it, but you at least need to know how to make little changes and stuff without having to pay some programmer to do it for you. Because I did this myself, right? I did every single thing on this page, and then I started creating individual landing pages for each barber. So obviously I haven't done everybody yet, but the ones that do have an individual page, there'll be this little line item under their profile picture. And I'm starting with the barbers that have like YouTube videos, that have done YouTube videos for us, because this is what it looks like. So this is our manager, Sam. She's great. So photo, bio, link to their Instagram, and then call to action. Book with me right here. So that's just at the very top, right? But if they want to go further, I figured out how to filter reviews using our tool called Embed Social. So I just filtered all the reviews we have. We have over 2,000 reviews now, and all the reviews here are just about Sam, right? So that's pretty cool. And then Sam's been in quite a few of our YouTube videos, so I use those, right? So if you want to see if you're a client and you want to see some of Sam's work, here's 6 videos that she's done for us. So I like YouTube for that reason. I think nothing beats YouTube, because the thought process I had when it came to YouTube was, okay, photos are cool, right? Social media, photos are cool. But what if we could take it a step further and do videos, right? Videos are powerful. And it's no surprise, like, videos are the thing that is getting the most views and most engagement on pretty much all social media platforms. I mean, the head of Instagram himself said that Reels right now get the most engagement. So that's kind of the next level. But I think that the next level above Reels are YouTube videos, like where you can watch somebody do the entire haircut from start to finish, and then you get a little bit of their personality in there too. So those are some of the elements that I'm putting into our individual landing pages for our barbers, so that I basically want to give somebody all the tools that they can do as much research as they want before they book an appointment with us. But I wanted to get back to this. I wanted to get back to this for you guys. So I put this in our group, But I also posted the same exact question in another group that I'm a part of in school, which is pretty much all dudes, right? And we got some interesting responses. So the group is called Real Men Style, and this is a really big, quite a big group, and it's a very active group too. So where's the question here? I think if I look at my notifications, yeah, here we go. So we got quite a few responses to this question, and this is basically me talking directly to potential clients, right? I posted almost the exact same question, right? I changed a few words around, but I basically asked a bunch of dudes, like, what do you look for in a new barber? And their responses were really interesting. So naturally, some people were saying, I want to look at their Instagram, actual proof. Okay, great. Reviews, of course, I've been telling you guys that for a while, how important reviews are, and it's no, if you see, like, these are the things that I'm including in our pages. Like, a link to their Instagram is how I solve the problem of showing photos, reviews that are filtered just for them, right? And then what I thought was really interesting was a lot of people, and this could just be because this maybe is an older demographic, right? That it looks like it, at least from the people that are answering. They all have like gray beards. But a lot of people were really interested in, I want to see how the shop looks. And I was like, that's interesting. And it started to become kind of a pattern, right? And you can see other people, like four other people like this response. So clearly there's some agreement here. No trendy, no modern, like old-fashioned decor. Old-fashioned decor. Here's another one. Mounted birds and fish. I don't know if we would go that far, right? Agree with Scott on the vibe. Scott is the guy that said old-fashioned decor. Prefer to see the actual shop. Cool-looking place. So that is really interesting. What kind of reviews, what kind of services they provide. Old-fashioned decor. I mean, so I did not expect that, and this is one of the greatest benefits of like talking to clients or potential clients, is because I didn't think that decor would be that much of a deciding factor whether somebody decided to come to our barbershop. But as you can see, I mean, it is. Like, people actually care. And I don't know why, right? But one of these responses here said location and clean and orderly. So people care about that stuff. You might not think that people care about how clean your shop is or what it looks like, but that doesn't match what I'm seeing when I ask this question directly to the guys that might potentially be coming, But yeah, people care about the way their shop looks. So I'm not sure how to like integrate that into this team page. What do you guys think? How can we integrate so somebody can see what the barbershop looks like, because apparently that's important, into like our team page? I think the one way we might solve that problem is I made a video tour of both of our barbershops, and I put it on the barbershop's YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, I'll switch over here. Actually, did you guys find that interesting about how people actually really care about the decor and how the shop looks? I did. So let me pull up our YouTube channel here so you can see. Like, I actually did a video tour of both of our barbershops. So this is what our channel right here, and then some of these are all the videos. I mostly post tutorials, but every now and then we post something that has nothing to do with a tutorial. So let's see. That's just an ad. Man, I guess it's been a while. But I'm trying to find the video. Okay, here's a tour. Right, here's a tour of me at our Southside location, so people can see actually what it looks like, and that's me just taking a tour of our Southside location. Right, I'm basically acting like the cameraman is our client, and we're showing them around, taking them throughout the entire barbershop. And I did the same exact thing for our Riverside location, except I did just kind of a POV angle. So I might have passed that because that's a newer video, is the Riverside one. But anyways, it's basically just a walkthrough. Oh, here it is. So same thing at our Riverside location, except I just did this one by myself. I showed them where to park. That's another thing. The parking is a little bit more confusing at our Riverside location, but that's the outside of the building. And then this is the inside, where I'm just kind of walking them through the stations, you know, and as you can see, both locations look way different, right? Yeah. So I made this video for clients, really, because each one of our locations actually has its own page. So if we go to our locations page, somebody clicks on more info, this is where I put the video, as you can see, right? Along with more information about that specific location. Same thing with our other location. We have a page dedicated just to that location, and that's where the tour video went. So I also think it's really powerful to do like a virtual tour of your barbershop, which I'll show you what ours looks like. We didn't do one for our Riverside location yet, but I'll show you what the one for our Southside one looks like. Let's see, photos. Maybe I can't show you. I don't know. But you can also upload videos, by the way, to Google. It doesn't have to be just photos. Videos are definitely a little bit harder. Okay, I don't know where it is, but I did a virtual tour for our Southside location. So I definitely recommend that because people like to see that stuff. As you just saw, the people actually care about what the inside of your shop looks like. So make it easy on them, right? Go shopping at antique shops. I don't know of any antique shops, but definitely not a bad idea. That's actually one of the things that it's kind of a weird habit of mine, but I started making it a point wherever I go out of town, I try to get my haircut at a different barbershop out of town. Just because it's like, why not, you know? You can learn from everybody. I've gotten haircuts in my city too. That was mostly to recruit. But I've never actually ended up recruiting anybody by doing that. And I don't do that anymore just because I feel like we've gotten so much better at advertising for barbers that I don't really have to resort to going inside somebody's barbershop. And I never did that to like a local business. It's just like these franchises like Roosters, Diesel. Like I'll go inside their barbershop and recruit somebody. I don't care. But I'm not gonna go to like some mom and pop barbershop try to recruit somebody. I'm not trying to, you know, take their barbers. You know, they're seeing my ads anyways. You know, that's why I don't do it anymore, because I can reach pretty much every barber in my city with a couple clicks of the mouse now. I don't even have to go to their barbershop and try to recruit their barbers. I can just run a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad targeted directly to barbers, and they're all gonna see my ads without me, and there's nothing that the barbershop owners can do to stop it, right? Unless they kick them off social media, they're gonna be seeing my ads. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to go inside people's barbershops. But I still do it like when I'm traveling. So the most recent example of that was I went to Miami and I got a haircut at The Spot Barbershop. If you guys have ever heard of that place. They have like 30, probably 40 locations by now. So pretty well established business. And I wanted to see, like, you know, why are they doing something different? You know, you can learn from people that are way ahead of you. And it was a great experience. I got a great haircut. The guy was super cool, and I came away with some ideas for sure. So definitely a good habit to get outside of your own barbershop, get your haircut somewhere else, maybe somewhere out of town, and then bring those ideas back. I mean, really, you could think about it. You can do that anytime you go to any business. It doesn't have to be anything even in our industry. You can go to anytime you go to grocery shopping. Anytime you go to a store, anytime you go to a restaurant, there's probably something that they're doing that you can bring back to your barbershop to help make your barbershop better. So, yeah, it's definitely a good habit to go to other businesses, especially other barbershops and salons. If you have a wife or a husband, like, go with them to get their haircut and see what they're doing different than what you're doing in your barbershop and see how you can implement that. If you go to get a massage somewhere, if you go to get your nails done, facial, whatever, it's the beauty industry. They're probably doing something, at least one thing that you can use in your barbershop to make your barbershop better. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. You guys have any more questions? We're getting close to the end of our time here. I did, by the way, change the pricing of our group for our second group. So now it's not just annual only. There's a monthly option and an annual option. I tested that. Turns out that test was unsuccessful, right? And so I just switched it back. So this is what I do. You know, I change a lot of shit, a lot. You know, I've actually tried to calm down on it. And a lot of my ideas don't work. So, but some do, and it only has to work once. Right? That's the thing. I might try 100 things, and 99 of them don't work, but one does, and that one thing could be a game changer. So I'm doing the same thing with school. I'm testing things, I'm adding things, I'm taking things away. But so that test I consider an unsuccessful test because it didn't get more people to join. But the intention behind that was, you know, you're not really going to get as much value out of the group if you join and cancel after a month. But hey, whatever. You know, if it gets more people in the group and if I can help them for a month, then, you know, we'll test it. We'll see how it goes, right? But if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me share my screen one last time. This is my Barbershop Owner Mastermind group. This has all the courses that you might need to build your barbershop, and I'm adding more. So this is one course that I'm building right now. The membership course. A lot of people are interested in how I set up our memberships. So I'm making a course about it. Right? I just recorded 2 more videos that I'm adding to this course. I just recorded them yesterday. As you can see, this is going to be a pretty in-depth course, but basically everything I've learned about how to set up a membership for your barbershop is going in this course. And of course, this is going to be one of those things that gets updated and gets improved over time because I learn things, or some things get outdated or updated. So whenever that happens, I usually update the course. All right, but these are all the courses that are inside the community right now. And basically for the price of one haircut, you can get access to a lot of these things right now. So, but if you're not ready for that, there's a free group right here, okay? The links to both of those groups are in my bio, and I will let you guys go for today. So, see you next week.